Okay. Welcome everyone to the Netnod Meeting of 2023, the first Netnod meeting of this year. I think there is still people arriving, but I will start anyway because we're a little bit late. It's nice to be here again. It's nice to meet a lot of people here. I see that's quite a few new faces out there. There is also a lot of familiar ones, and I wish to welcome all the old and new friends of Netnod to this meeting. I want to start by doing a little bit of introduction of Netnod, especially for new people. You old people can correct me if I'm wrong here or something. We are a company that has been around for quite some time, providing critical infrastructure for internet in the Nordic countries. We do a couple of things. I will go more into these in detail, but we run the biggest IX, Internet Exchange in Nordic. We manage one of the 13 root name servers on the internet. We run a lot of enterprise and top TLD DNS servers, and we also distribute and keep track of the time. So to start off, we are the largest IX platform in the Nordics. We are handling a bit more than 2 terabits of traffic. We have 200 ASNs connected that you can peer on the platform. And for our redundant fabrics, we have still had 100% uptime on the redundant fabrics since 2002. We are present in a couple of cities in Sweden, and also, sorry, wrong order here. And also in Finland, and together with cooperation we have with Nix in Norway, and of course in Denmark, in Copenhagen as well. Currently, we actually passed an all-time high in the peak traffic on the 7th of March with 2.35 terabits of traffic on the axis. And yeah, thank you all for doing this, and hope you all get that peer on this platform, get a good value out of this. The newest kid on the block when it comes to the IX is, of course, Netnod Helsinki, where we are available in 3 POPs, in Digital, and in Equinix, and in Telia in Helsinki. We have hit the ground running, and we have a couple of the largest providers in there, and also some local networks connected. So please join in the Helsinki, either directly by connecting in Helsinki or via remote from any of our other connection points. Coming up in the autumn this year, we also have the European Peering Forum, which is a cooperation between Netnod, Links, AM6, and DKIX. And this is the largest peering conference in Europe. Netnod is the primary host this year, and I hope that we'll meet all of you that works with peering in Czech Republic in September this year. On the DNS side, we continue to grow our footprint. We have currently 80 plus locations around the world. You will get an update later on with what new ones we have, but we continue to grow this network and provide one of the largest and most stable DNS platforms out there. Also, on the time services, we keep track of what the time is. We have engineers that pet and take care of our clocks, our atomic clocks, and make sure they run with the utmost accuracy. We have a couple of time nodes distributed throughout the bunkers in Sweden. We have 6 redundant time nodes that make sure that we can provide time that is accurate and traceable to UTC. And we have both free and commercial services around this that you will hear more about later. If you aren't already familiar, we also have a lot of experts and industry-leading writers that write a couple of blog posts of various topics around the areas we work in, both from Netnod mostly, but also now and then some guest blogger that comes in. So if you aren't already following our blog, please do so. Another thing that is fun to do in this event, that is to welcome new colleagues and new faces to Netnod that you might run into both here on the meeting, on the social late at night, and in your day-to-day work. And this time I have 3 new faces to welcome to Netnod. It's Dennis, it's Søren, and it's Jonas, who joined Netnod since the last meeting. Another important part of this meeting, that is to meet other people, have fun, have good discussions, and socialize. And the social this evening will be on a venue called Jogbäck, and this is at Jakobsbergsgatan. There will be buses here. As always, don't forget your badges to get into the venue, and so we can keep track of that you're part of the Netnod event and not some other one walked in from the street. The last thing I have here before handing over to Basse, who will talk about the more product updates, that is a thank to the sponsors. We have them out in the hallway here. Talk with them. It's a good mix of people that help to build this ecosystem and make it better. So thank you very much. One last thing I want to do before handing over to Basse, that is do a little bit of apology for the quality of the Wi-Fi network here. This is a network that the hotel run, and we have banged them quite a bit because the performance on this is not what it usually is, and it's quite slow, but they are working on a problem, and hopefully we'll fix it for today. With that, I will hand over to Basse.